All right, we here, currently shaking off the cobwebs of sleep right now. I need to clear and unpack everything that happened from Game 5. And I needed to give some sort of prediction for Game 6. Let the record show. I was correct about Game 5 results. The Warriors did win, but wow, it was not in the fashion that I expected. I wanted to record directly after the game because I was hyped up on energy. I was wild. I needed to know for sure whether or not Kevin Durant had ruptured his Achilles or whether it was a more minor injury. A ruptured Achilles is very different from any other injury. I've been hard on Kevin Durant ever since he left Oklahoma City. Going into Game 5, I felt some sort of disdain towards him because I felt like he was coming back in Game 5 to become the hero, to save the Warriors from brink of elimination, bring them back potentially from a 3-1 deficit, do what only LeBron had done, and be poetic at the end of his Warriors stint. I feel bad for even thinking that. And credit to KD, he came out guns blazing. I thought he was going to come out and I thought he was going to be spectacular. I didn't expect him to be the level of spectacular that he was when he came out. He had 3 straight threes, was 3 of 3 from threes before he left the game, ended with 11 points. And then the rest of the game happened. Game 4 was an important game. Game 5, I felt, for Toronto was a must-win game. I thought that Kevin Durant was coming back. Now Kevin Durant's gone. The role player stepped up when Kevin Durant wasn't out, and I think that's actually the key. The Raptors' best role player, best player off the bench, and arguably one of their best players this series is Serge Ibaka. And he didn't play for like the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. The final 5 minutes. A lot of people are criticizing Nick Nurse because Nick Nurse took a timeout with about 3 minutes remaining. Kawhi Leonard, who we will get to in a minute, had just single-handedly put the Raptors what seemed to be out of reach. And for whatever reason, Nick Nurse called a timeout, and a lot of people are questioning that timeout. I think it was actually a good timeout because both teams were gassed. The players needed a break. Except Serge Ibaka didn't need a break because he was already on the bench. For someone who's vital, absolutely vital to the Raptors on defense, I didn't really get why Serge Ibaka wasn't on the court. And Nick Nurse has had an incredible finals. He's been amazing. With that being said, Kawhi Leonard goes on a 10-0 run by himself. That's the type of thing that you see from Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. It was just like Kawhi flipped on a switch. He woke up and he said, oh, okay, it's time for me to take over this game. I will just do it. And he did. Kawhi went off. He went off. And then I tweeted this out. All it's going to take is one Klay Thompson 3 to change this game. After Nick Nurse called a timeout, guess who scored a 3? Klay Thompson. Then guess who scored another 3? Steph Curry. Then guess who hit the game-winning 3? Klay Thompson. I hate being right. I really do sometimes. I felt like it was a must-win game going in, but I'm not as certain it was a must-win game going out. You never, ever, ever hope for anyone to get injured like Kevin Durant got injured. That being said, if you're a Raptors fan, if you're on the Raptors, the Warriors got the win, yes, but they got it by the skin of their teeth. Now they have to win 2 more games, both without the hope of having a Kevin Durant on the court. I personally think the Warriors won't lose at home. This is potentially this is their last game at Oracle no matter what happens. I don't think they allow themselves to lose in Oracle at Game 6 after everything they had to do to win Game 5. I just don't see them losing. If it gets to a Game 7, I had written in my books that it's game over, absolutely no chance that the Raptors win if it gets to a Game 7. That's with Kevin Durant in mind. With Kevin Durant now sidelined, I think Game 7 is a real possibility, and I think Game 7 is going to be one where you remember where you were when that game happened. I am uncontrollably excited if it gets to a Game 7. Oh, also, if you didn't notice, I got a different backdrop. I'm sitting in a different location once again. This time, it's because I got to pay tribute to the U.S. women's soccer team. Put up a 13-0 scoreline. Let that sink in. But I really want a Game 7 in Toronto now. I think that would be the best possible outcome for this series. Now, obviously, Toronto wants to get it over with as quick as possible. If they can get it done in Game 6, they are definitely going to try and get it done in Game 6. Steph or Klay is going to have one of those games, or they're both going to have one of those games where they just absolutely go off. I think Draymond's going to have a bounce-back game. I really hope he doesn't get a technical. I like to see the Raptors and the Warriors face off in Game 7 with no missing players. I'm so excited. I am so excited for Game 6. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts, my feelings on Game 5, Game 6. This is, I believe, episode 4, episode 5 of No Job, No Problem. It's obviously can't become a basketball channel quite quickly. I said I was going to do trial runs of each individual type of episode that I wanted to do, but here we are, and I'm talking about basketball and women's soccer a little bit. I hope people are watching these episodes. If you are, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think, what I can do better, what you want me to talk about. Is there anything that I'm missing in my evaluations of Game 5 and what we're going to see for Game 6? Please subscribe to my channel, which is down there. And please follow me on Instagram at Adrian Walker Vlog. Every follow, every like, every subscription, all of it matters, all of it counts. It's really important to me in terms of how I build my channel and how I build my brand. So if you can please give me a follow, give me a subscription, give me a like, give me a comment, give me something so that I can keep moving forward and keep pressing with this thing and see where it takes me. So with that being said, no job, no problem, finished, and I'm going to go to bed now because I deserve it. So good night, peace, love, deuces, bye.